ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Guys, it's D. Miller. It's a new year and time to keep that promise of getting your testosterone levels checked. If you're lacking energy, muscle mass, or have low libido, it could be low testosterone. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, may be the answer. Don't settle for a standard dosage TRT plan. Look for a personalized treatment plan like you'll get at Low T Center. And for current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 credit when you refer a new patient. Go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Morning Juice is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Fast, sustainable weight loss without medication. Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Beamer has a very punchable face, so Bobby punches it. This is Morning Juice.
All right, right now we head out to the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Check with our guy at Bucknuts. He's officially through the security line at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport down in Atlanta. He is the Murph Dog, Patrick Murphy. Murph, thanks for the time. Give us a play-by-play update. What time did you get there? You were supposed to leave yesterday. What's happening down at the airport?
Yeah, we're not even in Atlanta anymore. We're in Baltimore, where we landed late last night, around 9:30. We were supposed to fly here, get out pretty easy, but the snow that hit Atlanta, which was pretty legitimate, delayed our flight there. So they rebooked us to this morning, made it through security. We should get home around 9:30, 10, God willing.
Let me ask you this question, Pat. Great. Do you have enough strength in you to get an airport beer this morning?
We did, as I was waiting to come on, we did pass a place that had beer, and I thought about it. But I'm going to find the gate. I'm going to talk to you guys. We'll see how it goes after that.
So did you stay the night at the airport?
No, we were. They did not They did not put us in a hotel, but there's a group of us that were all in the plane, like 5 of us flying back. So we grabbed some food last night. Andrew Gillis from Cleveland.com is from this area, so he knew a place by the airport. Got some wings, watched the end of the Buckeye game, and stayed the night at an airport hotel. Slept about, 4 or 5 hours. Got up this morning, and here we are.
See, it doesn't sound near as much fun as sleeping. Because once you got through security, I don't know if I would ever want to leave that spot. Because I saw that yesterday, and I got pulled out of line I got a golden ticket by some lovely guy. Me and 9 other people just randomly got pulled to the basement. Like, how long did it take you to actually make it through security yesterday?
Security was all fine. It was once we actually got to the airport pretty early because our flight out was supposed to be like 5 o'clock, and we got there at like 1:30 because we just checked out of the hotel and went over. So we got there with plenty of time. We got food. We hung out. And then we just sat for a while as the snow fell and the delays delayed upon us. So, it is what it is. This is the part of the glamorous sports writer life that they don't tell you about. But now the people listening know that it is it's a lot of fun, but there are some drawbacks.
It was pretty glitzy and glamorous on Monday night, though, Pat. Buckeyes capping off their 9th national championship in program history. To you, you covered this team for a while now, Patrick. What stands out to you when the story is being told about the 2024 Ohio State football program? What stands out to you the most about this team and how they were able to accomplish this of the national championship goal?
Well, we were talking about it, at least in terms of the recent national champions. Like, think about the 02 team and just kind of the underdog, gritty mentality of that group, which Bobby can obviously talk about. Then you think about 2014 and kind of coming back from that loss. But, that was a team who had obviously had some success the year before with the trouble that they were in. And then this year's team, it's a kind of different story, right? Like they had all the expectations coming into the year. Everyone thought they would be in this spot, but the way they got there was a lot different. The Oregon loss, okay, fine, but the Michigan loss, when they talked about it, everyone kind of doubted them. And I think rightfully so, given that performance. And then they come out and look the teams that we expected the whole time in the playoffs. And you saw everybody who you expected to be playmakers on both sides of the ball show up in the biggest moments. I think, you beat some really good teams along the way. So I think this team, in the end, was the team everyone expected it to be. It just didn't go the path that you expected, which I think kind of makes it all the sweeter, right? Like, if they just run through the whole table, the whole schedule, and had no issues along the way, like, I don't know. I think it's because they faced adversity, because they had to overcome. I think you probably feel better standing on that stage at the end.
How did that hit you at the end of this? I mean, you've been around now. You've seen the 3 titles in the last 25 years. Prior to that, it was almost a 50-year drought. The state of Ohio State football, where it's at with Ryan Day, with what we've seen, from Tress to Urban now today. I mean, as someone who has been around it but also covers it now, I mean, how does that hit?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought Ryan up, because I think that was the thing for me. He wanted to talk about the players, and rightfully so. They'd been on the field. They were the ones who lost those games. But we all know everything he went through and has continued to go through. So to see him, and that was I was fortunate enough to kind of get in that pit in front of the stage, so I was up close. And I was trying to watch, especially him, and just watching those guys take in the moment, and him hugging his family and things like that. For me, that was one of the coolest things, because he deserves it. We know he's a good football coach. I know there's people that doubted him, but you look at what he's been able to do, even with all the talent on this team. It doesn't just happen, right? And so to now have that national championship ring, can't take that away from him. And I don't want to say buys him time, because I think he will continue to have a lot of success, but I do think it changes the perception of things. He's, I think one of 3 active coaches, one of 5 Ohio State head coaches now with the national championship ring, and that will live forever. And I think that's pretty awesome for a guy who, look at the record, right? And yes, I know the Michigan thing, and he's got to get that fixed. But we're in a different playoff era now, and you can do things like this, not to diminish the Michigan rivalry at all, because you need to win those games. But this is special, and he deserves it.
He is Patrick Murphy of Bucknuts with us here on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Do you have a favorite part of the season, Pat, looking back on it? Regular season, playoff run. I don't know if it was them hoisting the trophy on Monday night, if that was it for you, but just a favorite part of the season that you feel like maybe galvanized this team?
Yeah, I think the Tennessee game will always stand out for me. Just walking into that stadium and seeing it kind of fill up with the orange at first, and obviously by game time it had, certainly the scarlet and gray had overwhelmed, but there was a moment when we were standing on that field before the team comes out, when it's like, what is this going to look like? And then you start to wonder, well, if this goes south, maybe Kirk Herbstreit's comments were right and whatnot about maybe a home game wouldn't have been the best thing, but the way they come out, the way they start that game, and just the dominating performance, I think that set the tone for the rest of the playoff run. And like I said before, that was the talent that we expected to see all year. Whether you're disappointed that you didn't see it all year is up to you. But I think that moment and after that game, and just kind of the, okay, we've got it now type of feeling that I felt from the players and the coaches was pretty special. And the fact that was a home game, right? Like, it wasn't at, a bowl site where it's, you're not in front of your home fans. You're not doing it with your people behind you necessarily. So that one for me, I mean, this whole run though, going out to the Rose Bowl and doing it there at one of the coolest places, going into Texas and beating Texas, and then obviously the national championship. But yeah, the Tennessee game for me will certainly stand out.
It was remarkable because that was the home game, and there was a lot of people telling me as I was talking to them about this, Murph, where they said that was the best game that they had seen, and the best environment they'd been at in Ohio Stadium. Do you think it was an abrupt flip with Buckeye Nation after that game, or was there still more that was needed to be seen out in the Rose Bowl before everyone was fully on board?
I think a lot of people jumped back on board after that. Maybe some people needed to see it, but we talk about the atmosphere and everything. It's crazy what happens when you give Ohio State fans a night game and let them play and tailgate all day and whatnot. But yeah, I think even the Buckeye fans that were angry, and I know there's been stuff thrown back out at kind of people's faces since then, but I think everyone wanted to see this team do well, right? That's the ultimate goal of being a fan. Would you believe in Ryan Day? Would you believe in these players? And so the fact that they went out and looked the way they did against Tennessee, I think that flipped the narrative on a lot of people. Were they still mad about the Michigan loss? Yes, and I don't think that's going to change. But, it like I said before, it changed the way I think the perception of not only the national narrative, but a lot of Buckeye fans who thought maybe, okay, this isn't the right man for the job. These aren't the right players for the job. So, yeah, I think it did at least start that process.
Were you down in the tunnel when the golf cart incident happened after the game on Monday, Pat?
I did not see. Not sure where exactly, as to where we all were, because some of the people I saw tweeting out the videos I had seen down there, but I did not witness it in person. I didn't even know it happened until we got back to the media hotel. But what a strange ending. And look, another, there's Urban eating the pizza on a golf cart. Now we've got the golf cart crashing. I don't know what'll happen next time on a golf cart.
Buddy, always appreciate the time. Thanks for hopping on with us here this morning. Safe travels home. Looking forward to getting you back here in Columbus. I'll see you over at City Tavern tomorrow, all right?
All right, sounds good, guys.
There he goes. Patrick Murphy of Bucknuts with us here on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Tons to be juiced about on this Wednesday. We do that coming up next. Morning Juice right here on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Right now, still no crashes to tell you about across your major interstates. Watching things pick up on 670 downtown and on 33 on the southeast side. I'm 10 TV's Amy Steckerwald with your fan traffic.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals in a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here, and the action is heating up this playoff season at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Lock in your touchdown picks. Check out trending parlays. Increase your winnings with profit boosts. New customers can get up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. And unlock 30 days of ESPN Plus. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app. Sign up with the promo code radio to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Are you heading into the new year with that same old joint pain in your knees, your back, your hips, your shoulder? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Don't wait any longer. Make the decision to say, no, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm going to get this fixed in 2025 with the help from my friends at QC Kinetics. The nation's leader in regenerative medicine and joint preservation are right here in Columbus under the leadership of Dr. Ray Tesner, founder of Grant's Sport Medicine and classically trained orthopedic surgeon. He'll explain how it can revitalize your joints with advanced orthobiologic treatments right here at QC Kinetics. There's no steroids, no surgery, no drugs, no downtime. The future of medicine is using your own natural solutions like PRP to attack the pain from arthritis. They've got it all there, so learn what thousands of others have done. Call QC Kinetics today for a free consultation and get that joint pain out the window in 2024. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices in Dublin and Gahanna.
Sarah, Happy New Year. You look amazing. How are things with you and Mark?
Lisa, I can't thank you enough for telling me about Columbus Men's Clinic. We've totally rediscovered each other. He's working out, and we're doing more as a family than laying around watching TV.
I told you, they're incredible. My husband and I had the same experience. It's like having that spark all over again, isn't it?
Exactly. It's more than the physical. It's the connection, the energy. It's the best gift we could have given ourselves.
This new year, make the resolution that changes it all. Columbus Men's Clinic brings you proven options for ED, low testosterone, and enhancement. Reignite your drive, rebuild your confidence, and show up in the moments that matter most.
Here's to more love and more joy in the year ahead.
Cheers to that.
Book your appointment today at columbusmensclinic.com or dial 614-300-7400. That's columbusmensclinic.com or dial 614-300-7400. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen. We have a lot of football happening. I'm here to help. Set your radio preset to the Fan. Very good. Now set a second one to ESPN Columbus. It's the HD2 button. Lastly, go to the Fan's HD3 and save the Fan 3. Crisis averted. You're welcome.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Leaving for the gym so early?
I'm ready to go.
Since you started taking Nugenix Total T, you've been acting like when we met in our 20s.
I feel like myself again. Lower testosterone after turning 40 slowed me down. Nugenix Total T has been a game changer for me.
What is it about Nugenix Total T that's different?
It's a key ingredient called Tesnor. It boosts free and total testosterone to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. Total T is backed by 5 clinical studies.
I've seen the huge difference it's made for you in the gym, at work, and in the bedroom.
I'm so glad I sent them a text for my complimentary bottle. Text ROCK to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now, and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text ROCK to 321321. That's ROCK to 321321.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Cosby Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
If Bobby and Beamer aren't talking about it, it's not worth your time anyway. You're listening to Morning Juice.
A frigid Wednesday edition of the program. Brandon Bean, Bobby Carpenter, Mark the Shark. This time every single day, we all get fired up.
What's got you juiced?
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Bob, it's a Wednesday, buddy. You just got back from Atlanta, national champions for the second day in a row. What's got you going today?
Oh, gosh. The fact that I got out of Atlanta. The fact that I got home. The fact that when I was pulling out of the airport, we were right behind the team bus. Buses, the 7, I believe, Caravan, and about 12 CPD that were just guiding them back to the Woody Hayes and being right on the heels of it. And getting a chance to experience and see that, watch Will Howard on the Today Show and all those guys. I feel a lot more energetic today than I did yesterday. Mm-hmm. That's got me juiced in a positive way.
Literally got you juiced.
Yeah. The fact that, you know what, Beam? Last week, I think about today, maybe yesterday, I found out that my flight had been changed and from 10:30 to 5:30. And then I talked to the lovely Connie, and she got a chance changed that 11:15, and I wouldn't have made that 10:30 flight. So that's got me juiced because there's still a lot of folks out there just living in the purgatory abyss that it is Atlanta Hartsfield Airport. So happy to be back home. The fact that this 24 edition of the Buckeyes beat 5 top 5 teams and how good they've been, and doing a lot of different hits yesterday, a lot of different stuff, and it kind of came to me. Talking, is Ryan Day, is he off the hot seat? Is he off the hot seat? What's this look like? What it is?
Yeah, man, nothing cools the hot seat like a Gatorade bath. Said that yesterday.
Yeah, nothing cools the hot seat like a Gatorade bath, and I'll say that till the end of time because I think it's incredibly true, and it's just giving another day of it to pull back and to get some perspective and to head over to the Woody today and feel how abruptly different
Go catch some mat workouts.
Well, the difference between this season finishing up and last year and what the mood and energy is going to be like around that place and just how deserving those guys deserve. Ain't got nothing to do with it, but they earned a national title. And so to see that and to be a part of that, I'm incredibly excited for it. And then they've got the celebration on Sunday at noon. It's going to be a little bit warmer. I think it's turning. The weather's supposed to turn a little bit, Beam, if you will. This weekend. So all of that's got me juiced. And all of that, I'm heading up to Lyman today to do a speaking engagement tonight, which tonight would have been is better than last night. So the guy I was talking to, he's like, how about, Tuesday? I'm like, I'm getting back from the national championship. This was like a month and a half ago. If the Buckeyes make it, I'm going. And I'm getting back, and I'm guessing I'll be exhausted. Wednesday sounds good. And then I was like, I wish I would have done it on Thursday, but all good. We had basketball practice, so I'm going to go do that tonight. So
who are you speaking to?
I think it's an insurance group up there, I believe.
What's going to be your topic, Bob?
You know what? It's interesting. I always ask people. I was like, there's a variety of ways that if you want sheer entertainment, I can go up there and make me a bicycle clown, and we can do stand up for 45 minutes. Or if you want to do some leadership, culture building, different things. And he never would really kind of firmed it up. And I was like, do you have any kind of direction of where you'd like this to go? And I can kind of tailor it around that. And he's like, I was like, I gave him some of the outlines I did. He goes, how about maybe the culture for this Buckeye team and how that's important and kind of permeates into the workplace and the relationships you have. I said, sounds great. That'll be fun. That'll be easy. And I don't have to do a whole lot of prep on that because there's a lot of things that will just be able to flow freely. So to be able to outline that, grid that up, and
what if I asked you to do a speaking engagement on business ethics?
We could do that. I mean, the business ethics beam. I mean, I would have answered it better than old boy and Billy Madison, that's for sure. But that's all got me juiced. And just excited about some of the opportunities and possibilities. It's still it's like now is the new year, Beam. Now we are here. The new year is here for us. New year, new you. Awaken yourself. Shark, what Schleik's got to say?
Sometimes it's okay to pump the brakes. It's okay to get off the caffeine. 2 doses of pre-workout, a Monster, and some coffee is probably enough to get you through your day.
They asked what the biggest meathead tendency. I do XM. We call it meathead radio. And like, what's the biggest meathead tendency? I go, mixing pre-workout and energy drinks.
Yeah.
And some of the guy goes, that's
into an espresso.
He goes, that's not even safe. And I'm like, it probably isn't. I mean, it's probably 400 milligrams of caffeine.
It's your heartbeats per minute with those bad boys combined.
I can hear your heart beating. It's beating so
I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see it beating out of your chest.
Bob, when you're talking about culture, doing things the right way, will you mention putting your shopping cart back in the rack when you're done unloading your groceries?
That comes down to the personal and accountability section.
Yeah.
What you do when nobody's looking. Yeah. And there's times where that makes its way out there because, if you're not going to put your shopping cart back, like you're also not going to be the guy that refills the stapler or, refills the Keurig water or whatever, cleans stuff up after themselves. They just leave the mess for somebody else.
Cleans up your granola bar that's on the ground down here.
Leaves their trash out from their shows the day before for Beam and I to clean up.
Doesn't put the Coors Light ad back up here.
Yeah, exactly. All those are bad guys.
I mean, I might take one of those silver bullets off and maybe ingest it, but I'm putting one back. I'm doing that.
Oh, okay.
I'm making sure that that's refilled.
That's conscientious.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. Mm-hmm. LeBron last night, 21 points, 10 rebounds, 13 assists.
How do you think it was for him getting out of Atlanta? Think he had to fight with the same security lines as everybody else?
Yeah, he wasn't flying commercially. Guarantee you that. Flew back to L.A. and then had a triple-double last night. That was pretty good. 9th triple-double of the season. That's second best in the NBA. He's 40 years old, guys. 40 years old, and he's still throwing up triple-doubles. Only one other player in their 40s ever had a triple-double. That was Karl Malone. So LeBron just keeps on going. 121 career triple-doubles now for him, the 5th most in NBA history. Paul Keels called the national championship game Monday night in Atlanta, so he wasn't back in time to call the Ohio State game in West Lafayette.
But Matty Andrews was at the game, and he was able to do it.
He called the game in
Happy
Valley on Sunday, the girls' basketball game.
What?
Yeah, and made it to Atlanta. Jeez. But anyway, Neil Sika filled in for Paul last night. I didn't get to watch the game because it was on Peacock, so I had to listen. I got to listen to Neil and Ronnie in West Lafayette for the basketball team's upset of the 11th ranked Boilermakers. Take it away, Neil.
Royal up too strong, and the rebound to first. He's going to give it to Lawyer. He's going to throw it from the opposite foul line. It's going to fall shy. They will not play the world's largest drum. Instead, it's taps on the 26-game home winning streak for the Boilermakers. 73-70. Ohio State pulls the stunner in West Lafayette.
What a line from Neil.
Great
They're
line.
not playing the world's largest drum. Instead, they're playing taps. What a line.
And that had to come right off the cuff. You could, I suppose he could have planned that.
Hey, listen, Neil is a consummate professional. He has done games for us. He has called a ton of crew games, as you know.
Bunch of different sports.
I was producing at the time. He had an all-time line drop. Bobby, you'll appreciate this. Shark, you'll appreciate this. We were calling a game. You remember Asia Doss used to play for the Ohio State women's basketball team? They were doing some holiday tournament out in Las Vegas. And I remember, I'm back in the studio. It's just me. I'm by myself. It's like a 10 o'clock tip. And I'm talking to Neil and having a good time chatting with him. And he dropped a Asia Doss is in the heat of the moment. I'm like, that may be the best line I've ever heard a broadcaster say. So Neil is really good at the one-liners.
Yeah.
Really, really solid.
We mentioned this in Quick Hitters, but Karsten Charles Sabathia was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame yesterday, his first year of eligibility. CC weighed 300 pounds during his career, and that makes him the heaviest player in the Hall of Fame. He is not the tallest, though. CC only 6'6". Randy Johnson, 6'10". They ought to give him the nickname the Big Unit for being that tall.
They should.
Beamer, what has you juiced?
How about for CC, the sweaty unit?
Where does Bartolo Colon when he gets inducted in the Hall of Fame? Where does he rank on that list?
Now, Bart's only about 6'1", so I don't know if he...
Are you sure he's 6'1"?
300 pounds.
Could he be the roundest player, though?
Yeah. When his helmet fell off while he was doing an at-bat was one of the all-time funniest moments in Major League Baseball. And then when he got the home run, that was even better. What's got me fired up? I'll be 100% honest with you. I haven't given a single thought about championship weekend in the NFL. It's not even on my plate right now. Now, it will become more apparent tomorrow, like when we get into Thursday and Friday. I'm looking forward to tonight and throughout the day. I'm not going to catch up on shows yet. I mean, we're still in season. We got the Jackets going on tonight. So,
playing your favorite team.
Yeah, I get really excited anytime you can win, especially in Toronto. I love the Maple Leafs. So let's get a couple of points up on the big board tonight, and then hopefully tomorrow in Carolina. But I did see this, Bob, and I'm super excited about it. So the guy who we had on in our last segment, Pat Murphy, I have his Paramount Plus account. Pat knows that. I'm not buying that myself, but I use Pat's account. I did see that they are releasing Gladiator 2 either today or tomorrow on Paramount Plus. So I will be watching that this weekend. That's in my selection set. I'm doing it. I don't know if I'm going to watch that on Friday or Saturday, but it will be a Friday, Saturday night movie extravaganza at our house where I am going to watch Gladiator 2 because now it is on streaming. So I'm super pumped.
It'll be great. You'll enjoy that. I don't even know. I guess, yeah, because the games are all Sunday. I don't even know what I'm going to do on Friday and Saturday.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I mean, not planning trips and worrying about all kinds of things. It's going to be pretty stress-free. I'm excited.
Me too. It's going to be a nice
Just
weekend.
to really focus on heavy drinking, Charlie.
And then you get the 2 games on Sunday and Championship Sunday, which I think is one of the best footballing days of the year. What do the Buckeye Championships sound like here through the centuries? That's next. Morning Juice right here on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and a happy Wednesday to you. Heading out right now, no crashes on the map that we're tracking. Busy traffic on I-71 downtown, but so far we're problem-free across the metro. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your fan traffic.
It may be winter outside, but inside the Ohio Expo Center, it's golf season. The Columbus Golf Show is back for 3 days only. This weekend, save up to 70% on golf equipment, accessories, and apparel. Even vacation packages. Test the newest clubs. Compete in skills competitions for great prizes and get a free lesson from a PGA pro. Come tee it up indoors this weekend at the Ohio Expo Center, January 24th, 25th, and 26th. For tickets, go to columbusgolfshow.com.
Hey, can we talk? It's a new year and I need to move on. We had a great run, but you're old now. So I'm trading you in at Great Lakes Kia.
And new Kias are under $5 a day.
That's less than lunch.
Lease new Kia K4, K5, and Sorrentos. All 3 under $5 a day at Great Lakes Kia.
That's only $149 a month for 24 months.
Yes, new 25 Kia K5 LXS, K4 LXS, and Sorrento LX. Standard with 3rd row seating. All 3 under $5 a day.
That Kia Sorrento is hot.
And we've got 0% financing.
But what if I'm not good enough for credit?
If you've got a job, you ride.
Under $5 a day.
Great cars, great people, Great Lakes Kia. GreatLakesKia.com. Want to take it for a test drive?
Oh, he needs to meet my parents first. To qualified buyers, visit GreatLakesKia.com for details.
Guys, it's D. Miller. It's a new year and time to keep that promise of getting your testosterone levels checked. If you're lacking energy, muscle mass, or have low libido, it could be low testosterone. testosterone therapy, or TRT may be the answer. Don't settle for a standard dosage TRT plan. Look for a personalized treatment plan like you'll get at Low T Center. And for current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 credit when you refer a new patient. Go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Save big on 2-liter bottles of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties are just $1.49 each with your card and digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Tom Kelly's carbon fiber mountain bike. Because more than riding his carbon fiber mountain bike, Tom loves telling people about his carbon fiber mountain bike. Friends, family, even a local barista knows about his carbon fiber mountain bike. And that's why Tom's carbon fiber mountain bike, if you haven't heard about it, is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning. I'm Mark the Shark. The Purdue Boilermakers hadn't lost a home game since February 25th, 2023, but their 26-game winning streak at Mackey Arena came to an end last night against Ohio State. The Buckeyes overcame a 16-point deficit to stun the 11th-ranked Boilermakers 73-70. Micah Parrish scored a career-high 22 points for the Buckeyes, who improved to 11-8 overall, 3-5 in the Big Ten. Former Cleveland, Milwaukee, and Yankees pitcher CC Sabathia was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame yesterday, along with outfielder Ichiro Suzuki and closer Billy Wagner. Sabathia and Suzuki made it in their first year of eligibility. Sabathia began his career with the then Indians in 2001 and won a Cy Young Award with Cleveland in 2007. The Sports Center is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Being healthier, eating better, losing weight. Are you accomplishing your New Year's goal? It's 10 times easier with help. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Miss a minute of the show?
Check out the podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Type in Morning Juice and subscribe.
This is Morning Juice.
You can always watch the stream on the YouTube when it's working. Go to youtube.com, type in 97.1 The Fan. Hit the subscribe button. All of our local shows will be on there for you to enjoy. Coming up here later this hour, Erik Gudbranson, Columbus Blue Jacket. He's going to join us, talk a little CBJ with him back-to-back coming for the Jackets. Toronto tonight, Raleigh tomorrow, Leafs and Canes on the back-to-back.
Keeping you informed about what's trending this morning. It's time for a little re-rack on Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Billiards Plus, the largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard in Central Ohio. And everything you need for the master griller.
Buckeye men's basketball team doesn't make any sense right now. Really good wins. They have some interesting losses by 1 point. No moral victories in college athletics, especially college basketball. But you go on the road to Mackey last night and beat Purdue 73-70. You're down 16, then you go on a crazy run, and then Purdue goes on a 9-0 run. Then you answer that with a 15-0 run at the end of the second half, and then you win by 3 points. It just doesn't make any sense. Jake Diebler, though, Boilermaker Slayer. Last 2 times you played him, you beat him. In the regular season, remember that? When Chris Holtman left the program last year? I think it was the first game up. Purdue, #1 team in the country. That was a game over at the Shot, and you upset then #1 Purdue at the time. Now you go into their building and break like a 640-something day streak of them defending home court. So it was a good performance last night by the Buckeyes. But in that is a wild ride. Like their season's been a wild ride, and in that game it was a wild ride. Very high highs and very low lows. Shot, I think, 23% or 22% in the first half.
Not good.
Followed that up with 66% in the second half. It just didn't make any sense.
The parachute got ripped for me about at the end of the first half there as I'm driving back from basketball. I was like, down by about 10, 11 in West Lafayette.
Chance.
Not shooting the ball that well.
Going to be a slow bleed.
Yep. And but give them credit. Give Deebs credit, man. They fought back. They battled back. And this team has beat good teams this year. They've lost the bad teams too. So if they can find a way to start winning some of those games against teams they should win, or when their talent's about equal,
you got to win at home too.
You just got to win at home. And if you do that, like they need to get to 20 wins. You do that, you'll be fine. But like you got to get there. They need to make the tournament.
Take on Mount Fran on Monday, so they got a nice little long week coming up here for them. But Iowa coming back on Monday. Again, Jackets of the Leafs tonight, 7:30, 7 o'clock coverage for us begins on the Fan. And the Buckeye women's basketball team in action tomorrow against top 10 Maryland at home. So I've been listening to Game of Thrones on audiobook for forever. It's taken me, I don't know, probably a year to get through a book and a half on audio tape. I mean, these books are like 60 hours long. They're crazy. And last night, Bob, I found myself listening to The Purple Wedding. It was exhilarating.
Exhilarating?
It was exhilarating because it was a lot different than it was in the show. It was a lot
choked.
It was a lot more gruesome and detailed in the book.
I'm sure. I don't know, dude. Watching him die, they held the frame on his face for a number of minutes.
Yeah, and that's how it was. I mean, the descriptions in the book, it had to be like 6 minutes long. It was pretty robust.
Like
yeah, it was pretty good.
It's good.
He was a jerk.
I just saw a meme. One of Trump's executive orders is they're redoing season 8. Said it needs a better ending. It was a great meme that I saw popping up. I'm like, that looks good. Sign me up for that. I'm ready to go.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Then we got House of the Dragon coming back, I think, this summer. So we'll be set. It'll be here before you know it. Shark, you just got a text. So it's from Timmy Hall. So Tim put this together. I was under the impression that Bob Taylor, Coaster Bob, our commercial guy, put this together, but that is not correct, right?
No, you told me Bob doesn't do anything around here.
I said Bob does everything around here. You're misconstruing my words. You're taking them out of context.
Timmy said, did you see the play-by-play clips in the Wednesday folder from last night's win? I said, yes. I just played Sika's final call for What Has You Juiced.
Thanks for listening, Tim.
Thanks. Awesome. Good looking out. I edited that 02 to 2024 montage as well. You guys are free to play it any time this week. I said, Beamer's going to play it now. He said, you guys are awesome.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Tim. I said, going into the last break, here's what it sounded like through the centuries. That was wrong. I meant decades as the time. But, yeah, Tim did a nice job. I took a listen to this morning, and it just chronicles the last 3 national championships. So here you go.
We've always had the best damn band in the land. Now we got the best damn team in the land.
Defense. Andre Johnson, Ethnic Sands, wide right. Roscoe Parrish, wide left. Peyton alone in the backfield. Dorsey under a center Romberg. Sands motioning. Back is Dorsey to throw. Yeah! He throws it in the end zone. And it's incomplete. Yeah! The Buckeyes win the national championship as defensive pressure got to Ken Dorsey and forced him to throw an incompletion. C. Grant right on the spot. And in 2 overtimes, Ohio State grabs the national championship and ends Miami's 34-game streak. Wow!
Marcus Mariota in the shotgun, gets the snap, drops back at his 35 to pass. Mariota bumps off one defender, rolls to the right, tries to elude another one, and yet another one. Rolls to his left at his own 30. Mariota just flings that one down the left side of the field. Intercepted by Eli Apple at the 25. And Apple will go to the ground at the 32, and that's it. Ohio State national champions for the 8th time as they defeat Oregon 42-20.
I love these players. This team wasn't supposed to do this, but they fought through adversity. They got stronger and stronger and stronger, and this is a great team. We finished the year a great team.
It can be argued that this was the best run in the history of college football.
Travion Henderson right around the right side and his 9th rushing touchdown of the year. That one's 66 yards to the end zone. And how about this Ohio State offense who's jumped in front of Oregon 30-0?
Beat Texas in Texas, which that was a road game. I don't care what anybody says. That was a road game. It was a very difficult game.
Sawyer's picked it up, and he's running down the right side. Jack Sawyer hits the 50-yard line to the Texas 40. Sawyer to the 30, to the 20 of Texas. Jack Sawyer is going to take it into the end zone.
You know, I think in the history of college football, I don't think there's been, top 5 wins like that.
3 seconds. Leonard gets the Irish on the ball. Leonard gets the snap. Back to throw Riley Leonard. Rolls to his right at his 20. Leonard sails that middle of the field where it's caught by Greathouse. He's tackled at the 40. Tackled by Jordan Hancock, and Ohio State, national champions, beating Notre Dame tonight. 34-23, the 9th national championship in Ohio State history. A team that got into the playoffs and they played angry and determined. And they give Ryan Day his first national championship. And Ohio State gets the victory, defeating Notre Dame 34-23.
It's surreal, man. And we're going to be brothers for the rest of our lives because of this. We are bonded for life.
There's been some great teams in Ohio State history. 9 who are national champs, but in the last, I think it's 53 years, up until this game, there's only been 2 who have been national champs. And this is the 3rd right here. We're going to take some time to celebrate, enjoy it, because these guys deserve it.
All 3 teams, different stories, Bob, but all 3 teams live for forever here in Columbus and across national college football.
It's interesting. The 0-2 team, 0 expectations. The 2014 team, I think, had some, but you lose to Virginia Tech early, and it was kind of dissipated. Plus, you lost your starting quarterback right at the beginning of the year.
Then you lose your starting quarterback at the end of the year.
And then they went and dominated, beat a great Alabama team, and beat Oregon. And then this team was supposed to be the best, lost a tough one, still thinking good, then devastated against Michigan, and then galvanizes and goes on an epic run. So every team is always going to always have their different story. And I'm kind of disappointed. I think Keels and Jim, they must more expect these. That 2002, Shark, you might be the guy to ask. Maybe it was the fact that they had to wait from 68 to 02, 34 years. Jim was all hair juiced up.
That was the last play of the game.
That's my favorite call. And I don't know if it's the fact, like I said, it's the 34 years. It's the fact that we were 13.5-point underdogs, against Miami. I don't know. But Jim and Paul, I'm going to have to joke with them. I feel like the enthusiasm's kind of waning a little bit. I felt like we were there in a big way. And, kind of maybe expected the second one in the Oregon.
They've called, that was their first one. This is now 6. This is the 6th one of those that they've called. They're 3-3, right?
3. And that's what I said. I'm like, I've been alive for 6 of them. We were 2-3 going into these, and 0-2 when favored. Didn't like that at all. Favored against Florida, favored against LSU, and lost both of those.
Defense.
Gosh, I love it.
Dorsey under a center, Romberg. Sands motioning. Back is Dorsey to throw. He grabbed. He throws it in the end zone. The Buckeyes win the national championship as defensive pressure got to Ken Dorsey.
Oh, man. My favorite subsection of that story is that Paul, when Jim is straining there, he actually was picking up Skip and dipping him out of the press box.
Oh, yeah. Like Michael Jackson with his baby back in the day.
You can hear the strife in his voice.
Dorsey under a center, Romberg.
He's lifting Skip.
Back is Dorsey to throw. He grabbed. He throws it in the end zone. It's incomplete. The Buckeyes win the national championship as defensive pressure got to Ken Dorsey.
Oh, you already know this, but Ryan Day joined some elite company on Monday. That's next. Morning Juice right here on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good morning. Right now, watching a crash out in Westerville, I-270 southbound, slightly blocked off just past State Route 3 due to a crash. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Great Lakes Kia. Take the winning drive to Great Lakes Kia. Great cars, great people. Great Lakes Kia. Visit GreatLakesKia.com.
Are you heading into the new year with that same old joint pain in your knees, your back, your hips, your shoulder? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Don't wait any longer. Make the decision to say, no, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm going to get this fixed in 2025 with the help from my friends at QC Kinetics. The nation's leader in regenerative medicine and joint preservation are right here in Columbus under the leadership of Dr. Ray Tesner, founder of Grant Sport Medicine and classically trained orthopedic surgeon. He'll explain how it can revitalize your joints with advanced orthobiologic treatments right here at QC Kinetics. There's no steroids, no surgery, no drugs, no downtime. The future of medicine is using your own natural solutions like PRP to attack the pain from arthritis. They've got it all there, so learn what thousands of others have done. Call QC Kinetics today for a free consultation and get that joint pain out the window in 2024. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices in Dublin and Gahanna. How'd you like to wipe out all that credit card debt to start the new year off right? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Stop getting fleeced by the credit card companies. If you own your home, go to AFLcash.com now. Advantage First Lending can help you unlock that equity and get you tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's AFLcash.com. You can pay off all your credit cards and other high-interest debt super fast. Consolidate all your bills into one low monthly payment. AFLcash.com can help you tap into your home's equity to give you some serious cash so you can go into 2025 with less stress and more confidence. Get the cash you need from Advantage First Lending now. Most homeowners don't even need an appraisal. How great is that? Get on solid financial footing. Go to AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. 844-394-CASH.
Equal Housing Lender. NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and all right, Columbus, we know it. We're celebrating a championship. They did it. And the journey to get there, it wasn't luck. It was a season of executing game plans, weekly coaching, adapting strategies, and celebrating the wins along the way. Does that sound familiar to anybody? That's exactly what it feels like with Awaken 180 weight loss. When I started, I had a goal. It was pretty simple. Drop the weight and feel better. I really didn't think too much about the process going in, but it really is all about the process. I have weekly coaching, a plan that works for me, and the motivation to keep on going. Awaken 180 has the perfect formula for losing weight fast, making it easy and giving you a big old W at the very end. All the other guys here did it. I'm getting closer to my goal every week, 35 pounds down so far. It basically fell off. I feel fantastic. When I get up in the morning, I feel great. I feel rejuvenated. I feel energized for the first time in a while. You can reach your goal. Do what we all did. Choose the solution for weight loss online at awaken180weightloss.com.
If you have an unhealthy obsession with the Blue Jackets, we have just the remedy. Join us Wednesday nights at 7 for the Inside Edge. All the Jackets and hockey conversation you can handle. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hi, the Scott Antique Markets are back again at the Ohio Expo Center, featuring hundreds of vendors with collectibles and merchandise from all over the world. The market is one weekend monthly, November through March. Build your family heirlooms. You can find everything that gets old. Just take I-71 to exit 111 to enjoy America's favorite treasure hunt. Visit thescottantiquemarket.com for more information. Come join us at the Ohio Expo Center for the Scott Antique Markets. It's huge. It's the Scott Antique Markets this weekend.
If you recently lost health coverage due to a life change, healthcare.gov is here for you. Like it was there for Marcus when he lost his job, and Keisha when she turned 26 and lost her parents' insurance, and Elena when she went off Medicaid. There are many other ways to qualify. Visit healthcare.gov today to see if you're eligible to enroll. Limited time to enroll. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Temperatures are sitting between -5 and -10 and wind chills as low as -25. Today we're going to see a mostly cloudy sky, high of 17. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, high 29. Mostly cloudy on Friday, high of 25. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your 10 weather impact forecasts on 97.1 The Fan.
FanDuel is the exclusive online sportsbook partner of Morning Juice. Just sign up at FanDuel.com/juice. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Panic and passion. Is that a motivational quote or the title of an adult romance novel? You're listening to Morning Juice.
A reminder coming up here, 8:48-ish this morning. Columbus Blue Jacket Erik Gudbranson. He's going to join the program. Ask how his rehab is going. Very much looking forward to that conversation coming up with him. We know this, Bob. Ryan Day entered some pretty elite companies and now national champion. Third active head coach now to win a college football playoff national championship coach, or win a national championship, fifth coach in program history to do so. And here was Ryan's answer on Monday night when he was asked about some of the company that he joins here at Ohio State.
Well, it's an honor. It's an honor to be the head coach at Ohio State, and I'd probably say that this job is not for everybody. And every year, I've learned more about myself than I thought going into the season, and a big part of it are these players, and I shared that with the guys this season. I felt like we were knocking on the door several times leading up to this game. You think about the 19 team, you think about the 20 team. Every year I felt like we were close, but we couldn't get through. And this team was different. This team was special. And the message was to leave no doubt. Don't leave it to one play. Don't leave it to one call. Don't leave it in the hands of somebody else. Don't do that. And I felt like the throw and catch there to Jeremiah at the end kind of was like, all right, we're leaving no doubt with this thing. To answer your question about the other part of it, I don't know. I just know that Ohio State's a special place. It's an honor to be here, an honor to be around some of those names that you just said, because when you hear some of those names like that, they're some of the best coaches in the history of the game. And but the only way you do that is with great players, great people, and obviously this is a great place.
This is a really good answer by Ryan Day. And we saw the emotions if you were watching the game on the sideline. He gets the Gatorade bath before the clock's at 0. He's going nuts, running down the sideline when J.J. corrals that ball in from Will on the 56-yard gain on 3rd and 11. But his emotions when the game went final, what was that like for him?
It's hard to really put into words. But, yeah, you just want to, let out a scream. I threw my headset. I don't know where that came from. I look back and I forgot I even did that. I don't know what that reaction was, but it was just... I guess whatever you're talking about, jubilation, relief, but more importantly, happiness for these guys. Happy. When you say happy for your family, this is the family right here. This is it. But also for my wife and kids. I think for all of these guys now, they can have some peace, and to me, that's important.
Fired that headset about 200 feet in the air.
Yeah, but like he said, just have some peace for even the family.
Mm-hmm.
Be on the sideline, and I walked down about probably 4 minutes left in the game, went back down to the sideline, and like standing there beside Nina, and she sat down with Nicole, and they did a great job and talking about the look in Ryan's eye, and gotta fight our way out of this and everything. And it was very candid by her, and it's for someone who, I don't know if I've ever seen her do another sit down like that.
That's the first one that I can recall.
Yeah, maybe at the very beginning, but I don't know if she ever did one. She's more of a private person, and then it's fine. But it's been hard. It's been hard for her. It's been hard for their family. You've been really good. You're 70-10, but obviously there's been some rough losses in there that, and around the first week of December impacts your family in a big way. And so for her to be on that sideline and see that and watch her husband and their family have that success and everything they put into this, because Ryan had coached a lot of places before this, and they'd bounced around. They're in the NFL, and it said at one point there were 4 houses in 5 years. And, they've been here. This has been their home now for the last 6 years.
New Hampshire,
years.
Boston College, Florida, Temple, Boston College, Boston College, Eagles, 49ers. Here in Columbus.
Yeah, so what was the last 3 between Eagles, Niners, Eagles, and went Niners, Eagles, and then BC in reverse order, right?
Yes.
So Niners were 1 year, Philly was 2.
Philly was the second. Well, it was 16 he was in San Francisco.
Yeah. 15
he was in Philly. 13, 14 he was in Boston College, and then 12 he was at Temple.
Yeah.
And then he was here in Columbus in 17.
So you look at that, all over,
it's 5 and 5.
It's ridiculous. And it's a lot. And so but they've been here since then. And so this has been their home, and to see that and just to understand that there's a little bit of relief coming. And that's what people, I was asked yesterday a number of times, for this team, is it more, it's jubilation? It's like, I would say it's a lot of jubilation, but for Ryan and for his family, there's jubilation there, but I would say there is a portion of relief.
It's an exhale.
That's a part of it where you heard him, like, we've been close. We just hadn't been able to get over it. And now you finally are the third consecutive coach at Ohio State to win a national championship. You have that trophy that is going to be paraded around from Kroger and Meyer, wherever the heck it's going to be, all around, Central Ohio the next couple of days. Like, that's yours. That is yours. You were the leader of that group that was able to bring that here. And you have something now that Tress and Urban have, and you have the ability to potentially go get more. And we'll see ultimately how that looks. But Ryan's an incredibly young guy, and his team's very talented, and they're playing, they're working, they're recruiting at a really high level. But hopefully the first of more. But you now have that one, and so you have that, and that can never be taken from you, can never be stripped. And so that relief, being with her and seeing that, it was I think there was still a little nerves as we watched the ball go into the air, and you couldn't see where we were at, because it would have been the left side of the player's bench, all the way in the end zone. You watch the ball go up, and I'm like,
that's going up there for somebody.
I'm like, this is hopefully, and then you can watch just where there was a ton of Buckeyes in that opposite stadium and just watch them erupt. It's yes, that's it. It's over. You're down inside the red zone. You can finally get it done, and feeling really, really good about that, and just like you said, it's for his family. And for the players, he's deflected so much of it. Now the questions have become personal with him, and rightfully so. But it's just awesome to see those group of guys who have worked so much and worked so hard and sacrificed so much, and have taken the slings, the arrows, and just continued to push, galvanizing around their coach. It's really a thing of beauty. And so to hear Ryan talk about that yesterday, and I'm sure in the weeks coming forward is something really special.
And there was a theme to go along kind of with this playoff run, which ended in a national championship for Ohio State. It was unselfishness for this Buckeye team.
If you just pick one, you'll be taken away from somebody else. I think that's why, Donovan Jackson. I could talk about him for 45 minutes. What he did this past year, and the unselfishness and the play. He went from guard to tackle and became one of the best tackles in the country. And he was going to the NFL, and then at the last second decided he wanted to come back and play. Lathan Ransom. I could talk forever about Lathan Ransom. The fact that, the last time he was at the Rose Bowl was when he broke his leg, and to have the courage to go play the way he did in that Rose Bowl at Oregon. And the inspiration that he's had, these guys will tell you, you talk about a guy who just was obsessed with winning this season, Lathan Ransom. And you can just keep going through, Ty Hamilton. You talk about one of the most unselfish, unsung heroes on this team. That all he does is work. He comes in and works every single day. That's all he does. He just works, right? That's Ty Hamilton, And so you can go through, and all these stories need to be told now. They need, they need to be heard, and there's so many of them that, and hopefully over the next, few months we can continue to talk about these stories about these guys. A guy like Tyleik Williams. Probably one of the more dominant players in college football this season. And where he came when he first got to Ohio State. It was during the COVID run, and we were on the bus driving over to the spring game, and he was sitting next to me. He said, "Man, I can't wait to get over to the stadium." I said, "Yeah, it's gonna be fun." He goes, "Man, I just can't wait to see it." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "I've never seen the stadium before." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "During the recruiting process, he never even visited the school." There's a good portion of the guys that are on our team that year in that recruiting class that actually didn't visit Ohio State until they got here to check in to the dorm. So again, we can go on for a while. That's not for right now, but I'm just glad their stories will be heard, and Buckeye fans will be able to enjoy those stories for a long time to come.
And on Lathan too, Bob, that third down into fourth down sequence. He had a big stop on the goal line when they threw that fade route too. Yeah. It was a massive stop, which then forced Notre Dame to kick the field goal when they were down 16 to cut it to 13. Ultimately, ended up doinking the field goal. All these guys have made tons of plays through their Buckeye career, and it finally finished with him on Monday getting the ultimate trophy for the amount of time and sacrifice that they put in here.
Yeah, and it's worth it. Lathan's someone who's been on here with us a lot, and he beats his foot up last year. Season's done. It's Like, man, just come back. Like, all those guys. And Jack outlines it really well in the Players Tribune. And I thought, I mean, maybe Donovan Jackson was the guy that he was talking about that was going to leave and decided to come back. And, I mean, it helped him personally because I think that people probably looked at him now and said, hey, I don't know if you could play maybe left, but you could probably play right tackle in the NFL. I'm like, you have a lot of versatility. You did a hell of a job. You came in here and played really good defensive lines. Really good defensive lines.
Like the best that college football had to offer. The best they had out there, and you held up really well. And awesome. Like, great job. No other way to, like, say it. And, like, that's the opportunity that he ultimately had, and he took advantage of it. And they would not have been that good without him. I mean, they needed him. They needed him to be that good for them to be able to win. Yeah, no big deal. At left tackle.
They played 9 different guys. Like, you start looking at different positions in the like crossword puzzle that became the offensive word search of like moving guys. And we could outline like Josh Simmons gets hurt. Zen Mahalski comes in. He gets hurt. Donovan kicks out. Carson Hinsman goes in. He's playing well at guard. Poof David Copperfield. Tegra struggled a little bit. And by the way, Donovan didn't even start the season. Austin Saravel did. And then he goes over. And then they start rotating Austin a little bit with Tegra. And then all of a sudden they have to move Carson to center.
Oh, wait a minute. Luke Montgomery's playing pretty good. Let's throw him in there.
And then let's get Luke Montgomery. We'll rotate 3 guards over 2 spots. Like, Josh Fryer is the only dude that was there. And so if anyone, the other guy that was so much shade was thrown at was Justin Fry. We need to fire this guy. This offensive line isn't. Dude, the offensive line is the reason they won the national championship because of what they were able to do and how they were able to play. Buckeyes.
We've got some updates for the Buckeye portal action going on. That's up in 2 minutes. Morning Juice right here on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and happy Wednesday. We are still watching a crash up in Westerville, I-270 southbound. We've got the left shoulder blocked off just past State Route 3. Make it a great day. I'm 10 TV's Amy Steigerwald with your Fan traffic.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Leaving for the gym so early?
I'm ready to go.
Since you started taking Nugenix Total T, you've been acting like when we met in our 20s.
I feel like myself again. Lower testosterone after turning 40 slowed me down. Nugenix Total T has been a game changer for me.
What is it about Nugenix Total T that's different?
It's a key ingredient called Tesnor. It boosts free and total testosterone to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. Total T is backed by 5 clinical studies.
I've seen the huge difference it's made for you in the gym, at work, and in the bedroom.
I'm so glad I sent them a text for my complimentary bottle. Text ROCK to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text ROCK to 321321. That's ROCK to 321321.
Ready to hit the road in a new car? With Pathways, enjoy up to 90 days with no payments and low auto loan rates. Learn more at pathwayscu.com. Pathways Financial Credit Union, your true financial partner. Federally insured by NCUA.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Morning Juice is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Fast, sustainable weight loss without medication. Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Beam has a baby face. Bobby has soft hands. That should not stop you from listening to this show. This is Morning Juice.
And coming up here in our next segment around 8:47, 8:48 this morning, Columbus Blue Jacket Erik Gudbranson. He's going to join the program. Jackets in the back-to-back starting tonight up in Toronto, in Raleigh tomorrow to take on the Hurricanes. Little update to the transfer portal. Robert, we had some announcements yesterday, found out where a couple of guys are going. Devin Brown announcing he's going to Cal. Mitchell Melton, I believe, going to the University of Virginia. And then you also had the news yesterday that Ohio State cornerback Calvin Simpson-Hunt is set to enter the transfer portal. So as much as we are celebrating the national championship and as much as these guys aren't getting sleep this week and they're going to be at Canes and doing trophy celebrations, like, there is still business to attend to that Mark Pantoni, I'm sure, is running around the Woody and making sure that all those eggs are in the baskets, and they're trying to manage a football team for next season as well.
Sorry about that. Yeah, and so, it was kind of leaked out that he might be going to Cal, Devin, a long time ago, and he didn't want that to be a distraction. I loved it. Mitchell Melton, I think this was kind of worked on. And seeing both of those guys, getting to know both of them, and people are like, why are they transferring? Well, they want a chance to play. Like, I get it for Devin. Like, he wants to go play. He's got 2 years left. Go to Cal. Be great, man. So go there and take the culture, take everything that you've learned, and go be a great leader. Go be the tip of the spear at Cal. I guarantee you this. So you got a lot of Buckeye fans that will follow and watch you because of everything that that you've done and what you've meant to this place and everything there. And Mitchell Melton, he wants to get a chance to start and play more. I get it. He's got 1 year left. You're going closer to home, and go for it. So go be that guy. Go be great there. And I think that those guys leave on very good terms. They stayed the whole way. Mitchell Melton's playing in the national championship game, for heaven's sake.
He's holding the trophy up on the stage. Saw him during postgame.
Yeah, he'd been there. He had been such a big part of this. That's real. And so those guys put that aside, and maybe it could have been better situations for him if they could have taken visits or whatever. But they probably got him lined up. We're going to keep it quiet. You have our commitment, and now we're ready to go.
The thing I don't like right now about college football is
it stinks that's the situation and how it has to go.
Yeah, it is. And then the guys, too, who missed out on the national championship run, right? You got to get on a team. You got to go to a roster. We saw the situation with Bo Prabula, right? With Penn State. You also saw the situation with, Jaden Ballard wasn't with the team. Was with the team, decides that he needs to go somewhere else and he needs to get on a team and he's got to go and play. And so, that situation for those guys stink. So they also put in the work. Are they going to play 100 snaps in the game? No, probably not. You want a chance to go and play, but the fact that you have to make those decisions before this even comes to a head and you even get a chance to win a national championship, that stinks. And so when we talk about potential calendar changes for college football, one, tough to go up against the NFL playoffs. Well, Monday night, 7:45 game, tough. That playoff run, I can't imagine what they're feeling today after the kind of high wore off. I mean, we've been doing this for a month now. I can't imagine what they're feeling. That's the nature of the beast. And over in that building right now, they're preparing for next year. As much as they're celebrating, you're also getting ready for the nonstop nature of the way that it is right now.
Yeah. And they've already got portal guys coming through. I mean, the portal guys are practicing with them. The tackles, these guys they brought in, they're practicing with them during this. All of the early enrollees, it's wild, which is a lot of them. It's a hell of a time to be an early enrollee and to be able to do this. These guys are going on their 3 trips, and they practice, but they're just doing walkthrough there. But you're not playing, and so you're going to watch a game on the sideline. This would be great.
You hear about the situation?
You're a senior in high school.
Did you hear about the situation in Oregon? I forget which player it was. It was a weird recruiting situation. So they got a quarterback, but they've got another quarter. So they had, 2 quarterbacks in their recruiting class. It was the same way, Bob. Their early enrollees, they were there getting ready for the Rose Bowl when Oregon was going to play.
Yeah.
So Dan Lanning and the staff, very focused on the Ohio State game plan. Very focused on it. This is what the next goal is for us in order to hunt down a national championship. Now, we know how that works, but they had some high school recruit in there, signed, enrolled with Oregon early, got to campus, didn't get enough love from the coaches while they were doing bowl prep, college football playoff prep, getting ready for Oregon, left. And I think went to Cal or UCLA or somewhere because he wasn't getting enough attention. It's crazy.
Where is the love, Bean?
Where's the love?
I need more love.
Black Eyed Peas style?
Yeah. They know. That's what maybe you need to play that. Let the guys know. Where is the love? That's all they're looking for. Just keep loving on me.
Getting ready to go.
We're playing
a Rose Bowl.
We've got another game. We're in the Rose Bowl. Trying to go play a game Rose Bowl to win a national title. Yeah. Where is the love? Dude, the love is us trying to win games.
Yeah. This is you next year, maybe, 100%. In a couple of years.
That's what's crazy. It's someone would not getting loved. Love? What's love got to do with it?
You weren't here this past summer? Yeah. We're working on this team.
100%.
Your time is in the future.
We'll deal with you. Yeah. Wave of the future. We'll deal with that when we get there. It's brutal.
Here's Will Howard. Here's Will Howard yesterday after no sleep describing the golf cart incident and also how this title means everything.
Obviously, the golf cart incident was pretty funny. Coach Day, I hope you're all right. He got jolted a little bit, but
sent medical bills to the CFP.
So good.
But no, man, it's humbling. And coming to Ohio State, obviously the expectation and the goal is, in the end to win a national championship. And, the fact that we're sitting here today as national champions is, it's surreal, man. And, you gotta really just take it in and thank God for the opportunity to be here, for the opportunity to be on the stage with these guys that, I love. And, we're going to be brothers for the rest of our lives because of this. We are bonded for life. It's more than blood now, man. We got rings to show for it. And we're going to be able to get together and tell this story of this team for years to come. And I'm just so blessed that, I was able to come here and be a part of something like this.
That was a great answer from Will. By the way, too, if you want to see the national championship trophy, Kroger today out in Plain City. It's very nice. I did an appearance out there not too long ago. Brand spanking new. That's from 4 to 7. And then tomorrow it's at the Meyer up by Polaris. And then Thursday it'll be at the Giant Eagle right down here in Grandview. And they did the fun facts about the trophy. Bob, have you ever touched that trophy?
The new 2014.
Yeah,
I've touched the 2014.
Have you lifted it? Do you know how much it weighs? Do you know how much these new college football playoff trophy weighs?
50 pounds?
50 pounds. Look at you. You got it right on the number.
I think it was pretty heavy. Got some good density to it.
The gold piece by itself weighs 20 pounds.
Yeah. I mean, that's great. I love it, Beam. I'm all about that.
What do you think they're up to right now over at the Woody?
I bet those guys are, the young guys are probably back. Like the dudes we were talking about with Oregon, the young folks, they're getting back on in there. Dude. You guys have been on vacation, hanging out, doing some of these. Don't think that like these practices. We're going to be back to the grind now, guys. We're not getting ready to win a national championship. The end of it is like coming in for like building a house. That's like putting on the trim and setting like countertops and like putting in some furniture, things like all the cosmetic stuff. That's what you're doing at the end. What they had to do at the beginning. Well, that's when you build the house. Mm-hmm. That's when you're excavating and digging out the basement. That's when you're pouring the foundations. When you're setting the
concrete mixer rolling.
Those are that's what we're going back to do, guys. So these are more work glove situations here.
You think that first couple of weeks? I don't know. Take Devin Sanchez or Tavian St. Clair, two of the early enrollees that were on the sideline. Like, man, this is great. This is the best.
Oh, just hanging out.
It's negative 15 degrees here in Columbus this morning. You're up there early doing bear crawls for 600 yards. That sounds fun.
Exactly. So that's what those guys will be getting into. And there'll be plenty there for them. They might have this whole week off. Well, because the thing is, like, hey, the coach just won the national championship too. When coach Mickey Marotti might like a day off.
Nah,
no days off. Straight Bill Belichick. Got to get in there and get them rolling again.
Columbus Blue Jacket Erik Gudbranson. He joins us coming up here next. Morning Juice right here on the Fan.
Fan traffic
from the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Right now, no major crashes that we're watching. Things starting to pick up on I-270 south of Easton and on 71 near downtown. I'm 10 TV's Amy Steigerwald with your Fan traffic.
Are you heading into the new year with that same old joint pain in your knees, your back, your hips, your shoulder? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Don't wait any longer. Make the decision to say, no, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm going to get this fixed in 2025 with the help from my friends at QC Kinetics. The nation's leader in regenerative medicine and joint preservation are right here in Columbus under the leadership of Dr. Ray Tesner, founder of Grant's Sport Medicine and classically trained orthopedic surgeon. He'll explain how it can revitalize your joints with advanced orthobiologic treatments right here at QC Kinetics. There's no steroids, no surgery, no drugs, no downtime. The future of medicine is using your own natural solutions like PRP to attack the pain from arthritis. They've got it all there, so learn what thousands of others have done. Call QC Kinetics today for a free consultation and get that joint pain out the window in 2024. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices in Dublin and Gahanna.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and all right, Columbus, we know it. We're celebrating a championship. They did it. And the journey to get there, it wasn't luck. It was a season of executing game plans, weekly coaching, adapting strategies, and celebrating the wins along the way. Does that sound familiar to anybody? That's exactly what it feels like with Awaken 180 weight loss. When I started, I had a goal. It was pretty simple. Drop the weight and feel better. I really didn't think too much about the process going in, but it really is all about the process. I have weekly coaching, a plan that works for me, and the motivation to keep on going. Awaken 180 has the perfect formula for losing weight fast, making it easy and giving you a big old W at the very end. All the other guys here did it. I'm getting closer to my goal every week, 35 pounds down so far. It basically fell off. I feel fantastic. When I get up in the morning, I feel great. I feel rejuvenated. I feel energized for the first time in a while. You can reach your goal. Do what we all did. Choose the solution for weight loss online at awaken180weightloss.com.
How'd you like to wipe out all that credit card debt to start the new year off right? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Stop getting fleeced by the credit card companies. If you own your home, go to aflcash.com now. Advantage First Lending can help you unlock that equity and get you tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's aflcash.com. You can pay off all your credit cards and other high-interest debt super fast. Consolidate all your bills into one low monthly payment. aflcash.com can help you tap into your home's equity to give you some serious cash so you can go into 2025 with less stress and more confidence. Get the cash you need from Advantage First Lending now. Most homeowners don't even need an appraisal. How great is that? Get on solid financial footing. Go to aflcash.com. That's aflcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. 844-394-CASH.
Equal Housing Lender. NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Hi, here are some ways to listen to The Fan. You can download the Fan app or listen at home on your smart speaker or open up the iHeartRadio app or hold your head out the window and hear Common Man scream. Happy listening from the Dopes at The Fan.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BUY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BUY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BUY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan. A radio show hosted by two former football players, one slightly more successful than the other. You're listening to Morning Juice.
Every single Wednesday at this time, we get to check in with a different Columbus Blue Jacket.
Morning Juice presents Talking Jackets.
Now it's Bean Jenner along the end boards, and he stuffs it behind Peter Mrazek for the score.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
We head out to the hotline this week. We check in with Erik at Gudbranson. Goody, thanks for the time. Always appreciate it. You getting some rehab in this morning? You working out? What's happening?
Yeah, all of the above. All of the above. I just got to the rink. I was listening to you guys on my way to the rink, actually.
All right, very good. Excited to hear that. What do we got? What do we got on tap today? Are we skating yet, or are we just doing some off ice stuff?
Yeah, mostly off ice stuff still, but I've been sort of very gently cleared to go on the ice and kind of fool around for 15, 20 minutes a day, which has been really good for my sanity and you know, hockey's fun, man. It's way better doing that.
You know, it's interesting. I'm sure the same feeling, like, you know, whenever you heard like a lower body extremity, you know, as a player, like, you can't run, and for you guys, like, not being able to skate, and there's days where I'm sure, like, you don't want to put on skates for a week, but then after not having them on and being able to do that, there is a portion, I'm sure, of your sanity that now is returning, being able to do what you love.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it was, I mean, it's one of those things, like, you just have to be so careful with it at the stage that it's at, and it was getting a little frustrating because I was feeling really good. Like, it's kind of like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Like, you feel like you can do all these things, but if something goes wrong, it's a big problem. So, you know, I'm at that stage where I'm walking in, like, it'd be hard for anybody to tell that I had shoulder surgery 3 months ago if you just saw me, but There's certainly some risks attached with everything we're doing still, so you have to manage those.
Are they worried about you falling down on the ice? Is that what it is? Did you tell them you're a good skater?
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? It is exactly that. And as good of a skater as I am, like, there's always flukes. Like, these pucks that are laying around the ice when I'm out there, they look more like landmines to me than they do pucks. So, like, just try to keep it safe.
Goody, what have you noticed about this team? Obviously, it was a tough New York swing. They're in Toronto tonight, then Carolina tomorrow, tough back-to-back. But before that, it was a 7-game point streak, 6 games on the winning side. What have you kind of seen from the 30,000-foot view that have gotten you guys into playoff contention?
Yeah, the glaring thing that stands out to me is the strength of the collective. I think we're playing well together as a whole. That New York swing wasn't ideal. It struggled to score in New York, but overall played a pretty good game. Terry was really strong, gave us a chance in the shootout, and the shootout can go anyway. The New York Islanders game, less so. That probably wasn't up to our standard over the past 6 weeks, 2 months, if not more. So they're going to go take a look at that one, get what they can out of it, and go into a tough building tonight, play a really good hockey team, and come out with a win. We need these points desperately. If that Metro Division and the Eastern Conference, those wild card spots are moving pretty quickly. So we gotta get on top of that quick.
When you see your team in the playoff standings, and not on the edge, but then sitting in those wild card spots, is there a little extra juice that gives everybody some energy coming to the rink?
100%. I mean, you lose that point in New York, and you feel it. You come back in the room, and you're feeling it on that day off on Sunday, being in the position that we're in, and that's a good thing. I mean, you're constantly on your toes. I mean, we're just past the midway point of the season, and these points absolutely matter. They're huge. So it's a fun run to be a part of.
He's Columbus Blue Jacket Erik Gudbranson with us here on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Goody, I know that they're in Toronto tonight. You got the back-to-back swing coming up tomorrow in Raleigh. It's kind of a tough travel day on the back-to-back, but everyone loves playing in Toronto. We were talking to Jean-Luc about it. You got a lot of guys. I mean, I know that you're from Ottawa, so it's not really Ontario, but what's different? What's different about playing there? Because it's been consistent. Every Blue Jacket player that we've talked to, whether you're in the organization, out of the organization, TV guy, radio, they just said there's something different about playing up in Toronto to take on the Maple Leafs.
Yeah. It's kind of become. I mean, certainly for hockey players, I'd equate that with like the Montreal Canadiens as well. It's kind of going like MSG to play the Knicks. If you're a basketball player, it's a big deal. I don't want to necessarily call it the Mecca of hockey, but it certainly is one of them. The Hall of Fame's right down the street. It's a massive city. Huge market team, and honestly a really fun team to beat. So it's a great building, lots of fun. They're playing very well. They're playing a different style, a lot more defensive, and they're obviously having a really good year. So this is a huge test for us tonight.
How tough are those back-to-backs that they got coming up?
Yeah, they're tough. They're tough for sure, but you just do them. That's It's the way it is. It's the way the scheduling is. You don't really have a choice. So you kind of, pull your boots up and go to work. At the end of the day, you get what kind of recovery you can on the plane with hydration and whatnot. And, try and sleep as best you can once you get to Raleigh tomorrow. And you take care of tonight at the end of the day, really take care of tonight. And then you take care of tomorrow when tomorrow comes around.
Goody, when you're watching the shootout, have you reached out to Dino? Because we had Jack Johnson on. We've talked to him multiple times throughout the season. And Jack actually wants to be a part of the shootout. Are you opining for when you get back in the lineup that you need to be one of the top 3 skaters in the shootout lineup?
I mean, no. No. I do have a move for sure. I have a couple. But no, there's a few other guys we're going to look to first.
Fire poker right through the 5-hole?
No, probably not. Probably not.
Not going to break that one out in front of the national stage. Buddy, always appreciate it.
No.
We appreciate the time.
I wouldn't give give away what I was going to do anyways.
Okay, perfect. Well, I guess when we get to a situation when you're back and we do find ourselves in a shootout and you go out there, then we're going to get to see it, and you could say that you heard it here first, and everybody's going to be watching that. Buddy, appreciate the time. Thanks for hopping on with us here this morning. Have a great workout. Enjoy this nice cold weather we're having, and we'll check in again soon, all right?
Sounds good, guys. Take care.
There he goes. Erik Gudbranson with us here on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. I do wonder if you polled all the defensemen in that room.
Who thinks they should be on?
Who thinks, honestly, that they should be number one?
Well, Jack even joked. He's like, there was a day.
Yeah.
He's like, a day's probably passed.
You want to throw Zach on there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I get it with the season he's having. But, yeah, between Goody and Jack, who realizes that they do have the best shootout moves? That's great stuff from him. I always love checking in with him, hoping his rehab is going good.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. He's a great dude, man. It sounds like it's trending the right way.
Yeah, for sure is, man. What are you doing today? What are you up to? What do you got going on? Busy day? Slow day?
Busy little bees. I'm heading to work out, head over to the Woody, then going to do our Roosters show. Maybe get Sharks some flappers, and then going to shower real quick, pack up, go up to Lima. I'm going to do my XM show up there, and then do the speaking engagement, then drive home and go to bed.
That sounds pretty good, man.
Yeah, it sounds terrible. It's a very
full, very full day will be over before you know it. Then we're going to be right back in here tomorrow at 6.
I want to get some more rest and relaxation. R&R, Beam. R&R. No rest for the weary.
What did Will Howard say? Sleep is for the weak?
It is, but he's young, and I'm getting older. So I need
Can you feel it? Can you feel it now more that you don't get sleep than earlier in your life?
I just don't want to get sick. And so when I got an hour of sleep. I'm not 18 years old, man. Like, what are we doing? I need a couple of days to downshift and to get back in a good spot.
Shark doesn't get any sleep ever. Look at him.
I mean, I was so tired. I got on the plane, fell asleep, coming to get the beverages. I was like, yeah, they woke me up. I was like, I'll have a water. I think, and this is no joke. No joke. It's kind of like old Sleepy Joe. I told her I wanted a water. The next thing I knew, the lady beside me is tapping me on the shoulder because the water was there. I think I fell asleep between the time she said water. She was pouring it right there to give it to me. I mean, that's how bad it was.
Slam the water.
Dude, I can't sleep on a plane. I'm like, dude, I could sleep on a stool if I was tired enough without a back.
Yeah, I crashed out.
I watched Ted Ginn do that one time in class.
I crashed out pretty hard, too, yesterday. Then slept all through the night. My alarm woke up at 4, got up. It was a little bit later today at 4:30. I didn't know where I was at. Like, why is this alarm going off? This isn't correct. Before we get out of here today, our fan poll at 971thefan.com or on Twitter at 971thefan. What's your favorite Ohio State national championship? Shark, 1968, Woody. Is that for you? Are you the one voting for that one?
Well,
what were the options?
I had 4 options, Beam, so I put that one on there. Some of our audience may remember the 68 game. It was only 57 years ago.
There's folks like you that would have been around for that and maybe remember it.
Well, the other options,
the favorite, the
02-14 and this past one.
There's only one option. It's the next one. Let's go.
I was going to say, where's the next one at in the selection
I didn't put that
set?
on there.
Do you guys have any idea who's leading? Who is leading for your favorite championship?
2002.
2002 got 50% of the vote. This past one has 25, 24.7, and then the one in 2014 has 23%.
So 68 didn't get any?
68 has 0.7%
All right.
of the polling
Probably
public.
2 people.
All of them are my favorite. They're all good in my book. Bob, I had so much fun today. What do you say we reconvene on a big Thursday if they allow us? You good with that?
Let's do it.
Everybody have an awesome day. Uncle Bo and the boys are up next. We're back live tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. to break everything down. Have a good one. Talk to you then. Morning Juice right here on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and happy Wednesday. No major crashes that we're currently watching, but we are watching traffic pick up on 315 as you make your way into the metro. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your Fan Traffic.
This is a Fan Action Update.
This Action Update is sponsored by Logan Services, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Super Bowl odds now have the Eagles as the favorite at plus 175. The Chiefs have the second best odds at plus 210, with the Buffalo Bills right behind them at plus 260. The Commanders are 9-1 to win the Super Bowl. In the preseason, they were 150-1. For your Logan Services Action Update, I'm Scotty Vegas.
Enjoy rates as low as 9.90% APR with a Visa Platinum credit card from BMI FCU.
The perfect low-rate card for your wallet.
Apply today at bmifcu.org/visa.
Hey, can we talk? It's a new year and I need to move on. We had a great run, but you're old now. So I'm trading you in at Great Lakes Kia.
And new Kias are under $5 a day.
That's less than lunch.
Lease new Kia K4, K5, and Sorrentos. All three under $5 a day at Great Lakes Kia.
That's only $149 a month for 24 months.
Yes, new 25 Kia K5 LXS, K4 LXS, and Sorrento LX. Standard with third row seating. All three under $5 a day.
That Kia Sorrento is hot.
And we've got 0% financing.
But what if I'm not good enough for credit?
If you've got a job, you ride.
Under $5 a day.
Great cars, great people, Great Lakes Kia. GreatLakesKia.com. Want to take it for a test drive?
Oh, he needs to meet my parents first. To qualified buyers, visit GreatLakesKia.com for details.
Sarah, Happy New Year. You look amazing. How are things with you and Mark?
Lisa, I can't thank you enough for telling me about Columbus Men's Clinic. We've totally rediscovered each other. He's working out, and we're doing more as a family than laying around watching TV.
I told you, they're incredible. My husband and I had the same experience. It's like having that spark all over again, isn't it?
Exactly. It's more than the physical. It's the connection, the energy. It's the best gift we could have given ourselves.
This new year, make the resolution that changes it all. Columbus Men's Clinic brings you proven options for ED, low testosterone, and enhancement. Reignite your drive, rebuild your confidence, and show up in the moments that matter most.
Here's to more love and more joy in the year ahead.
Cheers to that.
Book your appointment today at columbusmensclinic.com or dial 614-300-7400. That's columbusmensclinic.com or dial 614-300-7400. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from classic 3-cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat pizza. Save big with a $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 3/4/25. See app for full terms.
Let me introduce y'all to my canes. We got chicken fingers. They hit the spot, baby. Fries are golden crispy, Texas toast crunchy, and they cane sauce creamy rich. One love.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it. Did you know that 1 in 4 people seeking treatment for ED are under 40? So you're not alone. And even better, Hims can help. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. It all starts with an online intake form. From there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. Through hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/